Last week, we met some really amazing dogs from a rescue shelter right here in New York City called the Sato Project. They're incredible. They're dedicated to rescuing abused and abandoned dogs in Puerto Rico. Their mission became more vital after Hurricane Maria ravaged the island back in September. And since then, they've evacuated more than 1,000 dogs to safety, reuniting some with their families and finding foster or forever homes for the rest. Please welcome two incredible women, Chrissy Beckles and Samantha Gurry from the Sato Project. Hi, Samantha. Hi, Chrissy.
Hi.
So nice to see you. So tell, this is an incredibly important organization. Tell everybody how you started the Sato Project.
It's actually my husband's fault. He is a professional stuntman, and he was filming down in Puerto Rico over 11 years ago. And I went to spend a week with him, and he told me before I arrived I was going to freak out when I saw the dogs down there. And I arrived, and I did.
Because there are just so many.
There are hundreds of thousands of stray dogs on an island that's roughly the size of Connecticut. And unfortunately, there's not a lot of rescue efforts going on. So it really instilled in me a need to do something. I didn't quite know what that was going to be. And we adopted a little Sato, and Sato is slang for street dog in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
That's what it means. It's not a particularly endearing term, but we hope to change that perception. We rescued this little dog, Boom Boom, and she changed my life. And she would look at me. She came from a horrific situation, and she would look at me with horror in her eyes, and she made me accountable. And she was responsible for the Sato Project starting.
It's incredible. And the mission became even more important after Hurricane Maria, is that right?
Absolutely. Hurricane Maria, we concentrate our efforts on a place very sadly known as Dead Dog Beach. It's on the southeast coast of Puerto Rico in a municipality called Yabucoa, and that's where Hurricane Maria made landfall. So we knew that we had to evacuate our dogs about 48 hours prior. They went to one of our volunteers' houses in the mountains, and her home was destroyed. So we had 60 dogs in crates in a building that was flooding. We had to put them on concrete blocks so they would be safe and so they wouldn't drown. And after a couple of days, it was a critical situation. And thanks to me making some big asks, which I've got a lot better at since the hurricane, and the Humane Society and this wonderful organization, Wings of Rescue, 7 days after the hurricane, those 60 dogs were the first animals to leave Puerto Rico.
Incredible. Yeah. Really is amazing work. We're all so grateful to you. Now, Samantha, there was a dog here not long ago, a couple of weeks ago, named Tuka, among many other dogs. Tell us about little Tuka.
So little Tuka was abandoned with her two sisters, Coconut and Tanya, in a cardboard box outside of one of our vet clinics in Puerto Rico.
On Christmas Eve.
On Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
So our vet called us and was like, can you please take this little group of puppies into your program? And of course, we couldn't say no.
Tell everybody specifically what fostering means.
Yep. So fostering is, it's pretty much the greatest, one of the greatest gifts you can give a rescue dog. A lot of them that we rescue have come from neglect and abuse. And they need to learn how to trust people again, because if people just go and meet some of these dogs like straight after rescue, a lot of them are really scared and shut down and are not really their true selves. So when you foster, you really get to bring the dog out of the shell.